my name is Chelsea Robson, and you are watching the Rotoscopers YouTube. Today I have this very special opportunity to have an international conversation with my good friend, Bala Pacreo.
Well done.
Thank you! I've been practicing your name, just so you know.
I know.
It's good, you know. We just got done watching, literally we just got out of the theater watching Toy Story 4. This is the 4th installment of the Toy Story franchise. If you also want to add a couple of the shorts and everything, so maybe like 4.75, I don't know. But let's start with you. What were your first thoughts before going into it, and then once it started, and then how it ended? Go for it.
I really had no expectations about the movie. Like, I came in blank. I haven't seen not even one trailer.
Okay.
So I was surprised, but I was expecting more Toy Story, but I really liked the twist that they gave to the movie.
Okay. All right. I came in, I had seen one trailer and the teaser trailer as well. And so I knew that going in you were going to get like the hardcore Bo Peep, you know, doing her thing and being the like the problem solver and like, hey, I got this. I am like she woman, She-Ra type person. So I was expecting that. And I really liked her. I felt like her feel was good. I liked the addition of Forky. I thought it was a clever way of like retelling the story, but also in a like non monotonous way. But at the same time, I kind of felt like this movie was just a little bit monotonous.
Yep. I mean, it's clever, Forky. It's really different. But at the same time, you don't have a lot of space for building a character like the other characters.
Right. I mean, I just felt like most of the time, especially for Woody, you could definitely see that he was lost in his new role. Didn't really know what his new role is in Bonnie's house, and so that kind of spurs on this whole obsession that he has of keeping Forky close by. And I don't know, because of that, I just felt like his story was just kind of in a cycle, and I guess that could be like part of the story of, you know, he's feeling lost, even though he has a kid. He's the lost toy, and a kid that doesn't really need him. I don't know. I thought this was funny, and I was really it was very clever. Little jokes, little puns, little everything. I felt like all of the added humor was very well placed. There was a lot of jokes that even at the very, 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 very end, like the end. Make sure to stay for the entire film, because there is a payoff at the end, so that is good. But still, I felt it was clever, it was charming, but kind of unneeded.
Yeah.
Like, I was just so satisfied with number 3 that I feel like going into number 4, it's kind of like good to know about how, like, you know, a couple of the strings got tied up, but I don't know, it was more
like a closing picture than a storyteller. It was like, I felt like it goes with us. I mean, that's what they tried to do. We grew with this movie, so we're in this generation that we find ourselves not accomplishing the goals that we wanted by now. So you're in a cycle, not finding your way really. So sometimes I just feel like you need to get out of your comfort zone, which was the end of the movie.
Right. And
just like decide where do you want to go. Like, pursue your dreams or stay in a comfort zone.
Right. So, yeah. Well, that's something I wasn't thinking about. So, yeah.
Maybe.
What else? You were saying some other things too inside.
Yeah, like I feel like the characters were, every single character, it talks like the message like we talk about in the Aladdin movie, right? Like the woman empowering character that just goes and gets things done, but in here it was also like working as a team again, and like characters also like that you could see, at least me, right? I could see like a resemblance of those characters and people with disabilities or like other characters in nowadays culture.
Yeah, taking care of the little guy, I guess. Yeah, I could see that. So, I mean, there's a lot of good things. A lot of good things. I felt like it was funny if you're gonna go. And I think, like, people should, I don't know, should people go? Yeah, I mean, I think it was a good movie. It was a good movie. But at the same time, it was just, like, well, for example, at the very start of the movie, it starts off and it kind of, like, does a rewind and shows you all the things that have happened over the years. And, like, just in that opening credit scene, I was about to cry. I was like, oh my gosh, you're, like, taking me through it already. And so that was where all the feels came in for me. It was later on where I could tell that they were trying to put in more feels, but it didn't really resonate with me in a feelier, like, I don't feel like I need to cry at this. It's kind of like, oh, that's nice, you know. But I was actually more just in the reminiscing side. I was way more engaged than during the very first little bit.
It was not such an emotional movie.
No.
Although many of the guys in the theater were crying at the very end. And then they take you from crying to laughing.
Yeah.
Although, like, it's a good end. You need to wait for it.
Yeah. Yeah, those guys. There were a couple, like, other, like, press guys that were, I don't know. There were some guys, like, you wouldn't necessarily think they would be the emotional type, but they were definitely crying. So, okay. Yeah, I remember that. Well, there are our thoughts on Toy Story 4. If you have, so you've got about a week and a half before, by the time that this review comes out, it'll come out about a week and a half after this review is done. So I want you guys to let me know who was your favorite toy of all three of the first three Toy Stories, okay? Put those in the comments. Like the video because that helps a lot. And come back and see us. We are excited because Frozen's coming out. If you haven't seen my Frozen trailer review, that's also a cool thing. Anyway, all right. Until next time, my name is Chelsea Robson.
And I'm Paola Pacquiao.
And you're watching the Rotoscopers YouTube.